Hey guys, this is Jason with Fix, Learn, Create, and in today's video we're going to install our LED lights bought off Amazon. We're going to go from this to this. I got this extension cord hooked up to an outlet that will stay on when I turn the lights off. And I've also got one of my sticks here of light with a plug-in attachment with a switch. I want to see how the light is cast, because these things are, let me show you. The way they've set up, if you looked at my other video, look at the card above, you can see the video of unboxing. And if you look at these lights, they're at kind of like an angle. So they're not perfectly off this way, they're not perfectly straight. They're actually kind of like at an angle, one this way and one that way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it up against the ceiling and see if I really wanna go this way for the cast of light to go down on either side this way, or if I want to do one like this where the cast light gets this way and more towards that way. First I'm going to do it with the lights on, and then I'll turn the lights off and we'll go from there. For this part, I have 2 screws and some chalk line. I'm gonna mark where I want the light and run a chalk line, so I know wherever I screw in my anchors, I can just be sure that I'm straight and I can just clip it right on in. The next step is we gotta install these clips with these screws, 3 of them per light, and we'll get onto it. Check out all of this light. So right now I have 8 out of the 10 lights operational, and just look at all this light. So the lights are up, and I'm not gonna tell you about how they go up and how I did it and all that, because that's what every other video does. What I do want to tell you about is some of the things that I learned in connecting the lights that will be crucial for your install and what you need to know prior to purchasing these lights. So let's get started. So what you get in the package to connect the lights, you have a 48-inch cord, double-ended here, to be able to connect the lights together. Another cord here, which is significantly larger by like, let's say it's like 54 inches. Normally has an end like that. But as you can see, they all have the same 3 wires. I had to actually use some of this to connect my lights because of spacing. Which, yes, it makes it to where I can switch them on and off, but I'm going to leave them in the on position, and I'll show you here in just a second. Then you have connectors. If you cut them in half, you can attach them with the 3 ends as well. And like I said, this is what they look like from the package. So you can cut them wherever you need. What I did, I used this end, cut this end, and spliced it in like this. Just wire tie it in. And obviously, this end will need a junction box in the ceiling at the end of your light to house these connectors. And I do have a cable concealing track that I will screw into the ceiling, and that will be able to house all my cables here. All right, over here on this light fixture, I have, or from where the existing light fixture was, I ran a Romex to that light there, just because it was not long enough, and I used the existing switch cable here, as you can see, just because if I had to go that span there, I would have had to use a piece of Romex and build another junction box there, and so that kind of eliminates that because it has the nice cable end there. So that goes to that end, and I don't have these back 2 powered because I plan on making a span from this light to that light, and that will require some Romex, so I'm gonna have to put a junction box here and a junction box there, which is fine. It is what it is. And then I will do the same on that end to connect these 2 lights. Junction box there, junction box there with a Romex, and that way I'll be able to conceal both those connections and the wire with my wire concealer. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 lights off that first fixture junction, and then here's my second light. I have this one here connected, a normal connection there that I cut the end and spliced in, and then a normal connection, no cutting at all. I was able to use one, and that runs over to this light. So this one is only running 2 light fixtures, and obviously I'll be able to conceal that, put some nice angles on it, and run a nice look that way. And depending on how the angles work, if I can make right angles, then I'll leave that, but if I can't, I will use some Romex and do junction boxes. And what I mean by junction boxes, I mean like they're gonna be kind of custom, because a normal outlet is like this here, and a junction box is actually obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, the junction box is what's going to be here. So what I'm going to use is a old work, one of those blue boxes like you were to put a light socket in, or a switch socket, a blue box with a flat cover, and I'm just going to drill holes in the flat cover for the cables coming through. So it's going to be plastic cover, plastic housing, non-metallic, all that fun stuff. So that's how I'm going to do my junctions. On to the next fixture. I was able to tie it in with the normal connection. I cut that, spliced it in, and then on the other end I used another normal uncut 48-inch connection there, and then from that one, same thing to this light, and then at the end there is where the fun begins. I spliced only in the middle of these 2. I used 2 148-inch, cut the end, another 48-inch, cut it in half, and then I'll have a junction box up there. All stuff you really won't notice once it's up there, but it'll clean it all up. It'll hide those wires. It'll hide everything from hanging. But yeah, as a quick overview of how do I like it, I feel like you can see everything very, very well. I have this extra light here in the middle. And you're probably wondering, so you have one light here, 4 lights here, 4 lights over there. Obviously those 2 are not hooked up yet. And then 1 light in the middle. Why 1 light in the middle? Well, this side is gonna be my main side that I'm gonna be working in. So I really want the most light as possible. So if I bring a car in here, this will just give me extra light. If it becomes too much, I'll move it, but it just kind of fills that gap between where this one ends and this one starts. So it kind of gives a nice broadcast of light. And the reason I went this way with these 2 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 is because clearly you're not fitting a 10-foot light right there. And if it did, it would hit against this wall here and cast a shadow underneath here. I'm probably gonna have a workbench right there. I feel like that's gonna be the workbench. So I don't wanna be casting any sort of shadows. That's why this light is under here, and the way these are angled, you can kind of see, maybe, if you can see it, the LED strips are, 1 is stripped on this side, 1 is on this way. So it's at an angle where it casts light down on either end. So I wanted that underneath where I'm going to be working. So when I look down onto my tool box, I'm not going to be casting any shadows, and there's no giant shadow from a light being this way, if that makes any sense. I'm super stoked to have these lights in my garage. I've never installed lights before in a garage. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the upgrade. I'm super happy for the amount of light I have in here, because it's going to really help me when I'm working on anything in here, especially taking videos for y'all, because nobody likes to have bad videos. And yes, you have heard me trip over just about everything in this garage. So that's the next step in here, is start cleaning up all this crap. I have boxes and just there's nothing organized. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say about the lights. It's not your typical install, video that has all the steps, the light install and everything. It's more or less kind of like a realistic, this is what I got, this is what I had to work with, this is how I had to do it in my space. But I'm kind of hoping it helps you and your space. If you haven't seen my other video about my complete overview of the unboxing, I'll have a card, I guess. I'll have a card over here. It'll be up top somewhere. So click on that and it'll send you to the other video. And after this video, hit the more button underneath the video for the info. I've got a couple links for these lights, these 10-foot lights. You can get them in 4-foot sections. The 10 of them, same light, everything. I'll list that below as well. And it comes with screws, so you don't worry about any of that. Yes, they are flimsy little brackets, but who cares? They hold the light. That's all that matters. You might have to bend them a little bit, whatever. But yeah, check out the links below. They are Amazon links. I am happy to share with you anything I have. So if you have any questions, comment below, and I'd love to hear your feedback. I hope you liked this video. I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. Hit the like button below and hit the subscribe button for more to come. Because honestly, the few subscribers I have now is just fueling me to make more and more content for you. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. I hope to pump out a video a week. That's the goal, at least. We'll see. Hopefully I can get to an editing process that's quicker. I can pump more content out for you. So I hope you like it, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.